Hello, esteemed viewers. Just as the host mentioned, I will guide you through on the theme concentration. Now, the previous speaker said earlier that surface area affects the rate of chemical reaction. Right, how about concentration? Do you know the meaning of the term concentration? And is it true that concentration really affects the rate of chemical reaction? Well, I sincerely apologize. I totally forgot to introduce myself. Well, I am by name Fabol Fahzi Shadrach, a student opportunity to shed more light on concentration as one of the factors that affect the rate of chemical reaction and also perform an experiment on it. So, are we ready? Now, what is concentration? Concentration can be defined as the ratio of a solute in a solution to a solvent or total solution. And how does this concentration affect the rate of chemical reaction? Now, increase in the concentration of one or more reactants increases the rate of chemical reaction. And this occurs because higher concentration of reactant leads to more pollution of that reactant at a specific period of time. So let's see how this can be demonstrated. And for this to be experimented, the requirements are 3 conical flasks, 3 syringes, 3 plain papers with sign X, a beaker containing dilute hydrochloric acid, and sodium thiosulfate present in all the conical flasks. Now the procedure. You fill each of your conical flasks with sodium thiosulfate based on concentration. The first 100%, second 50%, and the third 25%. Now you place 3 plain papers with sign X under each of the conical flask, and this is done in order to know the rate at which reaction takes place. So we have this. So thirdly, you fill your beaker with dilute hydrochloric acid, which we have here. Now fourthly, you fill equal amounts of the acid into the 3 syringes, which we have here. You fill your conical flasks with sodium thiosulfate based on percentage. The first 100%, the second 50%, while the third 25%. Secondly, you place 3 plain papers with sign X under each of the conical flasks, which we have here. Now thirdly, you fill your beaker with dilute hydrochloric acid, which we have here. Now fourthly, you fill equal amount of the acid into your 3 syringes. So we have them here, equal amount. And what you do next is that you simultaneously transfer the acid into the 3 conical flasks containing sodium thiosulfate and watch as the reaction occurs. So we have this. Now we see that the conical flask with the highest percentage is precipitating faster, followed by that of 50%. Now let's wait for that of 25%. Now we can see it's precipitating, but slowly. Now, dear viewers, can you see that the X is beginning to fade? Now, in conclusion, what did we find out? Now, we found out that the conical flasks with the highest percentage precipitated faster than that of 50%. And that of 50% precipitated faster than that of 25%. So, the higher the concentration of reactant, the faster the rate of chemical reaction. It seems someone has a question.
How does concentration affect the rate of chemical reaction?
Now, as concentration of reactants increases, the rate of chemical reaction will also increase. This is due to the increase in the number of reactant particles having more collision with each other, and greater frequency of effective collision will lead to increase in the rate of chemical reaction.
What if I added more reactants to the concentration? Will more products be formed?
Okay. Now in this case, increase in the concentration of reactants does not necessarily mean that more products are formed. We are just measuring the time or the rate it takes to make enough product rather.
Thank you.
Okay, we've come to the end of this experiment. Thanks for watching.